What happened to all the kumbaya and all the everybody being happy? Looks to me like everybody hates each other. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. Come on up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie? Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is, you know what, this is my review for part one of the reunion for the Real Housewives of Potomac. And when I say there was an enormous amount of bad behavior that was actually going on, I don't know what the finale had to do with the reunion because I swear to you, nobody likes each other. I mean, they were just, everybody's claws were out and they were just at it. They were just at it. Anyway, we'll get around to it. Let me just say this. Robin looks fabulous. Robin, literally, she did just what you're supposed to do. She been just as cool throughout the whole season. Just Robin's just been regular Robin, and I think I've said this before. She is actually one of my favorite people on there. She's just normal. She's just normal, just cool. Man, Robin's ass that came up in there, that bitch got her a good piece of her on, and they got her so done and so slayed. Makeup is just as done, and she looks just as good. I said, oh my gosh, she really looks good. By far, looks the best up there. Um, Giselle has a beautiful gown on. It's a beautiful gown. Her hair is a mess, which is normal. That just seems to be in Giselle fashion. It's too much. It's too pinned on. It's just, ugh. But the gown is beautiful. And Andy actually said to her, "You look like an Oscar," and she does. She looks like an Oscar award. Um, Beautiful gold gown. And the earrings are just. I don't know where she got those from, but those girls are horrible. Karen, you the guys know I can't stand Karen, but she has a beautiful gown on. It is really, really pretty. Um, and for a change, it's kind of age appropriate. It's nice. It's really, really nice. Um, Katie had a nice dress on. Makeup was too dramatic. It was too drastic. Her makeup was doing a whole bunch, and her hair wasn't doing anything. She's just a ponytail. Um, and she doesn't have like a smoky eye. She literally got two black eyes. This makeup is very, very the witching hour. And the gown is silver, so that's not. Yeah, it's just too much. It's really too dramatic. And then she jumps up. Remember, she's supposed to be so rich, and all she's about is balls and galas, right? And Andy comes in and he's saying hello to everybody, and she's like, "This is Bob Mackey. Nobody asked you, bitch. No one asked you because they don't do that. They don't do that during reunions because you all are supposed to be people who are used to designers anyway. So, really yelling out a designer name, it's Bob Mackey. Sure, Bob didn't need the plug. Anyway, she's such a fucking goon. Charisse looks ridiculous. Her dress is ugly. Her makeup is horrible. Um, Her attitude by far is the worst of everybody up there. I don't know what the hell's going on. Because remember, at the finale, she was like this peacemaker. She is literally up there with like a stinger in her ass. She's like the fucking scorpion queen up there. She's just nasty. Just throwing things in. She one thing she threw out there that I just thought was really ugly, and it's really a lot focused at Giselle. And I thought they were cool. A lot focused at Giselle. And when she blurted out, you were renting. Well, that was bitchy. That was bitchy because nowhere in this did they ever talk about the fact that Giselle was renting the house that she was in. And why is that your position to be telling somebody that she was renting? You're just nasty. She was just nasty over there. Anyway, let's just move on. Um, Child, Andy talked to Karen about the things that people were saying about her. One of the things that came up was about the mole. I laughed. I said, Lord have mercy, because it is ugly. It's ugly. That mole is just horrible. And she's like, let's just get it right. It's called a beauty mark. No, let's get it right, bitch. It's actually called a mole. It's a mole. There are beauty marks and there are moles. And then there are growths. And that's where you're at. You're right there on the borderline of a growth. Like, does that have a hair coming out of it? That's really ugly. That's not a beauty mark. It's a fucking mole. It's really big and ugly, like a big wart. Very witch-like. Perfect for your face. But yeah, people were saying that she needs to have it removed. And she's like, I'm not getting it removed. Whatever. It's ugly, just so you know. Anyway, moving on. Um, that damn Katie slipped in and read the shit out of Karen and told her something about her childhood was delusional, honey, and that's why she got all these names. And she also pointed out how all of that stuff that we've been listening to is just a lie about how Karen ushered folks into the scene and all that. And Giselle made it very clear she did not usher me in, baby. I rolled in, and that was it. And she's like, no, nobody liked you at first. She's like, oh, okay, they may not have, but I was who I was. I was the shit when I came in, and it was what it was, and you didn't help anything. Sharice basically just blurted right on out. She never brought me into anything. I came in this motherfucker and I bought a house. Boom. And that was it. I bought a house and therefore I was part of Potomac. End of story. I said, okay, Sharice. So that, when they went through that, it really made Karen look very foolish in my eyes because you've gone through a whole season pretending to be this important person. And now here it is. We thought you were ridiculous, but you're a ridiculous lying bitch. Whatever. Okay, and then they talked about that damn O Gala. Okay, so the little party, because that's what it was, just a little party, was a precursor to the O Gala. Honey, the O Gala is not going to be for 2 years. I don't even know what that whole thing is about. That's all some ridiculous bullshit, and I refuse to even spend any more time on it. Dang, that was some bullshit. Karen, but you're a fraud. Anyway, moving on. Um, that whole little situation about Karen calling Giselle's friend the help. They approached that, was telling her, that's offensive. I don't give a damn what you say or how you say it. To be calling him the help is offensive. It's offensive no matter what you say. And she kept going at this. But you all know there's much more I could have called him. And she kept approaching him. And they wouldn't buy in. They wouldn't buy in. But I wanted to know, what was it that you were going to call him, Karen? What was the thing that everybody's so glad that you didn't call him? What were you going to call him, Karen? I dare you, bitch. I dare you. I dare you to open your mouth and say what it is that you were going to call him, and then watch what Andy gives you, honey. Y'all know what it was. Y'all know what it was. And girl, guess what? Child, that ain't no good read, honey. That's just the truth. It's the truth that end your ass. It would end you. You would be drugged through social media. I was so wanting her to go ahead on because you the shit. Go on and say it. Go on and say it, honey. So Grady can come get you and pick up the pieces. Just a hot ass mess. I was like, ooh, that Karen, honey. That Karen is too much. She don't got no good sense at all with her fraudulent ass. Moving on. Andy did correct her. Because I don't think Andy likes her either. I don't think Andy cares for her at all. I really don't. But he sure corrected her, and it was good because it goes all the way across the board about the difference between a correct apology and a fucked up apology. And he made reference to that, when you're saying, you know, well, I apologize if I made you feel, or if you felt like. That is not an apology. That's some bullshit. And they do that all the way across the board. They do. People do that dumb shit all the time. That is not an apology. Just so you know, when you start with that, you're not really apologizing and you're full of shit. Just so that we're clear. Anyway, last thing that they touched on was the whole Juan and Robin thing. I'm so tired of that. So tired of that. And they still didn't get any clarification on anything other than the fact that she says that she knows, he says that he's in love with her, but she's not in love with him. She loves him, but she's not in love with him. Um, so I don't know. Do people feel like they got more now than they had before? Y'all still don't understand the relationship because it ain't none of your motherfucking business. Don't nobody care. Don't nobody care. Ashley. I haven't talked about Ashley. Ashley was over there just throwing digs. She a nasty little something too. She's just throwing digs. Her dress was just, it was okay. It wasn't bad. Her hair looked very nice. She had a very pretty pair of earrings on. That was, that stuck out. Her earrings were gorgeous, and they really had her hair looking nice for a change. One thing that Karen did make a comment about her husband, and said something about the age difference, and saying, something about maybe if your husband lives that long. And I was like, are you kidding? Grady is 252 years old, and you talking shit about Michael. You need to stop. You need to really, really stop. She's a mess. And sit over there calling people hoes. And I'm like, oh, yeah, girl, you're just so full of etiquette. I mean, it was like something completely different. Like from where she started off, the bullshit she tried to pump us to believe about her. Fraudulent as hell. Anyway, that was basically it that they had going on this part of it. I'm going to need Giselle to wake up because there was a lot of reading going on coming toward Giselle, and Giselle wasn't getting them back as far as I'm concerned. They were really attacking Giselle a lot. And if I know Giselle the way I think I know Giselle, I think in this next part, she'll open up her mouth and let them know what time it is. But yeah, they were really after Giselle. But honest to goodness, watching this, don't nobody like each other. Nobody likes each other that's up there except for Robin and Giselle. And that's it. All right, y'all. So thumbs up, thumbs down. Y'all know how all that works. Ciao. And I will catch y'all next week for the next part of this reunion. All right, guys. Bye.